even if based on proven medical knowledge from 1918, Vampyr sometimes takes liberties when establishing possible links between scientific theories and supernatural creatures for theoretical purposes. In other words, do not try to cure any disease or any of the recipes shown in this video game, and no rats were harmed during the making of this game. In Vampyr, every action you take can have consequences. This game uses autosave. Whenever the symbol is displayed on your screen, an autosave is in progress. Please do not close the game when this icon is displayed. Take responsibility for your actions, Governor. And that's right, my lovelies. Welcome to Vampyr, or Vampyr, or however the hell you want to pronounce it because there's a Y. I'd like to welcome you to this game, and how unfortunately topical it is because it involves disease. But this was recommended to me by my hubby, who looked through my playlist and actually wanted me to do it. So, I'm gonna do it. This is unfortunately my second attempt to record this, because if you saw my play of Maneater earlier, you're gonna know that I had to redo some things multiple times, including this. This game's not bad. The only annoying part is there's a lot, and I mean a lot, of dialogue. So we might be here for a while in just this first chapter. I mean, not just this first chapter, but I mean this first episode.
"12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
What is a man but a miserable pile of secrets?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
bad night. I'm sure I'm fine. I'm sure the dark whispers mean nothing. Also, I'm unsure if any voices from the Amnesia series made it into this game, but it definitely feels like they made it into this game. And that's a good thing. Even the ones from A Machine for Pigs.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Hi, lady. You got a drink? It won't even let me get in front of her. You think she would move around more? Smack that ass. Whoosh. Hey. Hey, lady. Hey. Surely this won't bite me in the ass.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on!
I just ripped the cloth off, but there's no tear on my clothing.
Mary. Mary. No.
I will not claim to be a doctor, nor will I claim to be an expert in vampires. But I'd give her a strong chance that she'd still be alive after a bite. It's like there's hardly any blood out.
What have I done?
And he didn't drink all that long.
This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
How did he know I did anything? He wasn't even there.
These patrols are after me! Stupid beast! No! Don't shoot!
I will sin this game where I can.
This is a nightmare!
I will enjoy playing it. But I
need to get out of here!
I will reveal faults. Because nothing is perfect.
This can't be happening. No! Please! Stop! I mean you no harm!
There's also a morality system in this game.
What's going on?
Much like Fable and Undertale.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about? Now,
The machete, capable of one hit swinging everything to death.
Kill that thing! Over there!
who are you? Stay back!
Come on, I have the machete. Stab him if I can.
But you left me no choice.
Yeah, his shirt, there's nothing wrong with it, so I don't know what the fuck he
Who are you?
ripped off in order to give it to Mary.
Sorry.
Easy does it, boys!
No, please, stop!
Come on, smack.
Doesn't like
Who are you?
bloody leech!
Well, I'm glad you used your gun, civilian.
What do you want?
obviously to hit you a lot. It's a lot of things to collect in this game for the achievements.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's... I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
So, that dude was a vampire hunter and he came without bullets. I should have killed him.
The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide.
Well, I need to kill the motherfucker.
Let me go!
Anything around here I can collect? Nope. Not here anyway. Nope. Aha, my dodge! Stab, 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 stab.
I need to find shelter.
I'm sure no one will check the stream of corpses I've left in my wake.
Is anybody there? What is this place?
Also the sunlight coming in through the boarded windows, that doesn't burn me.
Seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
So you would think, sir. So you would think. Are you serious?
Brother, what have you done?
We're having a...
Mary!
This just happened. Why are we having a
Mary!
flashback?
Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
It was you. You bitter. Sure, because you couldn't, like, control your own vampiric urges and shit, but still. That was you. No one's responsible for Mary's death other than you. Steal some shit. Pop open my own drink. You've seen better days and better dental care.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy.
Is he?
Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Go watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now,
But-
give him an Eve.
Ba-dum-bum. Dark humor. How would he even have that memory?
That's impossible.
Yeah, you were technically dead. Unconscious. How would you have that memory of two dudes who isn't even this dead person? Because this is a woman. How do you have the memory? And don't give me vampire powers. That's bullshit. They don't do that. And I have a reflection.
12 dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as gold.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warring song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his power.
Who's there? Are you referring to me?
Okay.
No! No! I still have so much to accomplish.
Was that him biting me? Because it didn't show him biting my neck.
I still have so much left that needs doing.
And I had a coat apparently, and now I have no coat. Also, for those of you who haven't played or seen playthroughs of this game, I know what the final boss is, or like the reason behind some of the bad things here. It's very disappointing, but I'll show you later. I'm pretty sure he's dead, sir.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
My hand
And
is
now
magic.
what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
So if that was a flashback before any of that, how come I already had the vampire eyes? And because I've seen this part before, there's only one round in the chamber, and it was used to kill that dude. So I ask you, my lovelies, other than to read this for me, because I'm not going to pay attention to it. It's way too fucking long, and this game is long as hell already. The runtime be padded with a lot and a lot of dialogue. So I ask you, if the bullet is already in that dead man, and I didn't grab any, how do I have this scene right here?
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only.
Also, take note of where he's holding the gun. That'll come up later too. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, how the hell does this happen, yo? Roll credits. Yeah, that is not where I got shot. Granted, he was holding the gun at a slight angle to the right,
This
or
is
his
absolute
left.
Madness.
He had it
Lost touch
right
with the real.
at his breastbone.
As it is, as mad as the moon, changes blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
And as we saw from this scene, and when I have him standing, the bullet traveled straight through on his left side, out the back. The way he was holding the gun, the trajectory would not have done that. So, game, I call bullshit. Bullshittaroo! Aw. Demanding I have a power, huh? Cut through all living creatures in front of you. I had this in my other playthrough. It helped me with the boss fight, but it was still kind of eh. Feck it. It's still okay. Now, like I said, there's a morality system in this game, so you can either go full-on good doctor or creature of the night. I'm gonna choose to be a good person for as long as I can.
That voice in my head.
Yeah, you
If
see
I'm
it?
not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am.
So I shot
I
myself
must find him to understand
with an
what I have become.
Jonathan! Thank you. I shot myself with an unloaded gun, and I shot myself in an angle that wasn't possible. Gotta enjoy that. Realism. Uh-oh. Dead person caught up.
Where is it? It's closed.
Da-da-da.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
Oh, fuck you!
Nope.
My head's spinning.
Your head be spinning, John.
Come on, you coward!
Lock doors.
They're fucking beasts.
I have to look around. Collectibles. Grabbables. Like I said, grabbables. And you get the occasional shelter key. I don't believe I had that last time.
I'm still in Southwark.
I could be wrong.
I must reach the West End.
Can I destroy it?
Go back home.
It's my magic machete that destroys everything in one hit. Yeah! Suddenly I'm Link.
Die, vermin!
Bonk. You know what? You wanna be rude? And I'm gonna trick you again. And
There's a strength. A strength I never knew I had.
well, I have the blood.
Not been bitten.
I do have the skill. But
See them
This shouldn't be.
how do you like that?
Stop it!
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
It's a fire, Jonathan. Nom, 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 nom. Drink, 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 drink. No, no, no. Get here. Nom, 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 nom. I need the blood. Nom, nom, nom.
I feel like
And
a
you did.
child learning the limits of my body.
Which is a lot better than how this went down last time. Enjoy that. Nom, 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 nom. And hacha.
My strength. My reflexes.
My XP.
Not human anymore.
What was your first clue, Jonathan? When your first instinct was to bite people in the throat? I swear, John. Jonathan Joestar. You have to make JoJo references. Otherwise, you're not truly a gamer. Because lol. Your king and country need you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front. What was this? What was it at that time? King and country need you. Join the and help.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you.
Dude,
For what happened to us.
That was still you, Jonathan.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Well, kinda have to. Feeding on 10 rats is an achievement, and I like the achieves. So what you gotta say about that, Jojo? Other than teleport.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Was it really a jump, though? Yeah, vampire sense. I'm using it to look for rats. Also, gotta look through shit around here. Aha! Shillings! So we do need to buy stuff, equipment, and crafting materials. Yes, there's crafting. You wouldn't think it. Yum yum yum.
I have this thirst for blood.
Hey, get back here.
This is despicable.
Well, could be worse. I could be making you do it off something else.
What will London have to say to me?
Probably not much, Joe. Quit thinking you're so damn important.
I've so many questions unanswered.
Well, you keep asking yourself these questions, and you don't know the answer, so you're not gonna get very far. Yoink! Because you know London just leaves money all around.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
No, there's no roof. Yes, Jonathan, he's very much dead.
The man has been drained of all blood,
No, he has not.
but I can still smell the scent of it.
There's blood on his clothing. There's blood
I
under
follow
him.
the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
And you can clearly see the blood all over here, so Jonathan, you're a fucking idiot. This is why you never made it as a
Fresh
detective.
blood. The smell is so strong.
I did not look through here my first time. I want to make sure I don't miss out on collectibles.
It's locked, all right.
There's 30. And I do believe several achievements are tied behind them. And you're
Where
locked.
has everyone gone?
No, not even gonna tell
There is
me.
no one in sight.
I've been running through the city. There's nobody here. All the doors seem locked now, and
It's locked.
that's a potential go-into point. Big building. I know, I'm straying from the objective in an already long game, excuse me, but hell, I want to make sure I collect shit. I don't know if I'll be able to come back here. It's called being careful. Do, 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 do. I know to follow the killer's trail. Hideout. Where? You. Oh. Yeah, if I just follow right, it shows me, and I don't have to be so stupid.
According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
And looky here. A new hideout. Yoink. And we get a work table. Beds are where I upgrade. And so forth. More parts. I don't need to do any of that yet.
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant.
Drunk or hesitant. Like your mum. I'm just being rude.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
At last, a little life.
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle.
And now the annoying part of the game happens.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Time for all the dialogue.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
Clever. He's learned the NPC rule of safety.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
No worries, sir. I don't intend to cockle the man's balls or show him my jolly sword. What's dumb is that you kind of have to talk to everybody. Everybody that you can talk to, you should talk to, because they will always have dialogue.
Good evening, sir.
And
I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
it's like, the more you talk to them and other people, the more dialogue will unlock, and it'll give you hints, and the hints are used for being a jolly good bastard.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on
Somewhere in
around
America?
here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
That we can, sir, that we can.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
What was it? No, not that. There's like a health chart for everybody. Yeah, and he's got fatigue. I'd need to treat him for that. I don't know how I would treat him for that. I apparently have to make some sort of fucking ointment. In order to get, like, good, I have to keep areas and people alive and keep things healthy, which, this is why I said I'm gonna do this for as long as I can.
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve this.
There's gotta be
Hello, sir.
done to get out of
Are you alright? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know.
Sabrina, you gonna... There you go.
Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
Uh-huh.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
Epidemic, topical.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, a turquoise turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina. You were...
I think drink no longer stirs me.
You are bleh. Blah, blah, blah.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
Shh. I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire! Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself!
Says the guy who was talking to a vampire.
I need a word. With anyone.
So he was talking to a vampire, he was already holding the cross, and he's just assuming that I was a vampire?
Well, that's something I can do for you.
For all you could have known, I was just some bloke that came up the room and was like, what the fuck you talking here? I heard a lady. That took a 180.
And who might you be?
Your mum. Oh god, so I gotta deal with 4 districts. Fuck it just might be easier to be neutral and or murdering.
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
You told me to come in.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
You do?
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
You know what's going on. A vampire is, biting the shit out of people.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docs have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
How quickly?
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Dick?
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Dick!
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
You told me to!
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Probably.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
How will I do better than you? You're a normal dude working with medicine and church people, and I'm a vampire. Kinda got supernatural powers on my side.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
I said good day, sir. And I will steal your shit. You don't need this. She was probably like hanging out listening. Scullery bitch.
It's locked, all right.
But I could totally go in there.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Up-da-ba-da. Ooh, I never tried this before. So, okay. Your bar is very dull.
I should just run as far away from this place.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
No,
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
your job's to serve drink.
There's gotta be something.
Where'd you go,
I
Sabrini?
should just run as far away from this place.
Sabrini.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
You know.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth?
Yes.
What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Cuckoo.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
I have learned. I have learned your secret, you lying little shit. The more hints you unlock, the higher their XP is.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
You again. What can I do for you?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
He was gonna bite you in the neck, bro.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
True. Touché on your wordplay, sir.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Roger, roger. Dun 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 dun.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city?
Dun da da. I'm sure there's nothing bad here.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
It's always just been drained of blood.
What's this?
Really bloody.
Some sort of note.
And missing an eyeball.
This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
Terribly.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim.
That's why he still looks red.
Blood and empty gin bottles. This Bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Bum 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 bum. Yes, activity is happening. I forget, did I find stuff over here before? Nope. Swoosh. Back to combat it is. Now you see me, now you
Over
don't.
there!
How the hell did you notice? Bastard. By the way, did you drop anything? No? Yeah, so he's medium resistant to melee and definitely high resistant to range.
I'm cold. There's nothing here. Let's head back to a warm fire.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours. You ever known McCullum to be wrong about anything?
Right. No time I can remember. But I've only been part of the guard 3 weeks to the day.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man says a bloodsucker's dug in here, you've but one job, and that's to find it. And find it fast.
It's fair enough, Tom. But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
Good point on you, sir. Mr. Billy. I do believe, yeah, there was a dude there. And if I can... Hiya! 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 Thank you. And more stuff. It's always good to look around to gather things that can't be found. Now for trying to take out this bastard.
Burn it, boys!
Bonk. He did. Bonk. Give me that sweet, sweet XP. I need it. Alright. Were there any rats around here? None that I see. Well, so you think. So there's a guy up there. Alright. I got 2 guys down there and a guy up here.
I like their screams when you burn them alive.
Bonk! Stab, 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 stab.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
Yoink. I have a gun. May I see the gun? Main hand. No. Dude. Ah. Well, the stake is for stunning. It's not bad, honestly. Let's see.
Stay close, keep an eye on each other.
Oh wow.
Over there!
You totally missed out, bro.
Watch out, boys!
Badong. And I got blinded by the fucking camera. Thank you. Nom, 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 nom. Yep. Weird, I guess I can't do that well in combat. Well, you're dead. And that's a lot of dead people burning. I loot this corpse. Gives me a new collectible. And I loot this corpse. Gave me bullets. Yeah, that's a bit unnecessary now. Anything around here? Nope. Other than more dead bodies. Oh, well, I know where I have to go. Rats at go. Nom, nom, nom. Come on, you little bastard. Nom, 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 nom. And there's one more. Don't you hide him. There we go. And hadunk. Hey, I gotta hide out. And a dead body. I'm just surrounded by dead bodies. He also pertained to have gun pots, so not too bad. And money. Money and gun stuff. Now, can I make anything? Medical instruments. Yeah. You have components to improve one of your weapons. Do I? No. Or do I just need... Do I just... Yeah, I don't. Don't lie to me. I can't even improve the steak. But I can improve the machete! Yay! I have bottles of alcohol. I have my watch. Is this stuff I can recycle? Huh. What do I need for this? Guess I can. Now I need sodium and whatever that one is. Treatment for sepsis. Oh god. Fuck, it's gonna be easier to be neutral. Not going CP. Just want to see what I can get. I have 800 points. Let's give me some extra health. I could go for that, but block targets blood in their veins, making them defenseless. I do like that. Cost recovery. Does it do it automatically? What? I don't have enough. Aww. Are you also 600? God darn it. Well, I guess I'll increase my health. Only have 200 points, so I don't think I can upgrade anything else. No. Time to confirm these. And then allegedly go to sleep. I'm now a level 4. I'm pretty sure there's more rats. Nom, 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 nom. Come on. Come here, you. I see you. No, are you already dead? Yeah, you're already dead. Nom, 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 nom. Another rat. Nom, 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 nom. Don't you hide from me. Get back here. And there's still this dude.
Stay close, keep an eye on each other.
They came back. XP. Thank you. Your shillings and aluminum shard will be very useful.
We won't see any of these bastards.
Look at him!
Enjoy that.
Filthy piece of shit!
Yes, that is me. But enjoy this.
He's dead!
Yes, he is. Yoink. And yoink. Does it make me a heartless bastard? Maybe. More rats. Nom, nom, nom. Come on. There we go. Jeez, that took forever to get that achievement. And I still only have 220. Damn. But now I'm like extra short of experience.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I'll not betray your trust.
Is this first, you see? I need a drink, I'm so thirsty.
With me, William. As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
Ooh, Purdy. Come on. Get over here. And I will equip you. Which I don't know how he does the shotgun.
Forward. No. I had a drink outside tonight.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
The corpses don't say anything about that.
William, please stop.
Just a sip, I promise. You are my dearest friend. You're my last and dearest friend.
Hey! William!
William, my arm. I can't feel it.
I destroyed your box.
This creature is bedeviled.
Please, let go of me.
I must put it down.
Enjoy that. Yeah. Take that shit. Can I summon another one? I totally can. Come at it. Useful. Come at it. And I have won. And that's how you kick vampire booty. Really, really easy. Hello,
William,
father.
Please, stop. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well.
How do I know
Another
his
lost
name?
soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
That is not the sound a beam of wood would make.
Remember, certain skals are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Bitch. Well, come along. I'll take you to the bar, I guess.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
The fuck?
Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help.
How? How did
Just
you...
give me a moment to secure my boat.
How did
We
you
can
know to come
leave
here?
This awful place.
How did you know you needed a boat?
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Can I take the parishioner's bag?
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Seriously, how do you know to come here and that he needed a boat? Why does he need a boat? I have a lot of questions. Would this boat even have been a thing in this time period?
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skal. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reid.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reid, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain.
How?
Dr. Reid. Marvelous.
That is a terrible way to jump to conclusions about my identity.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word again.
Scream it louder, Doc.
Man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Why did we stop?
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reid, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I just sense a whole bunch of conveniences for Jonathan. There's a save area up in the hospital. That's where I'll end the video, but I've still got some people to talk to.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness! I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Skals said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Dorothy, wash your fucking hands!
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reid here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Oh yes, because he looks like he desperately needs the attention.
Nah, it's my turn.
Ooh, stabby stabby. Stabby stabby.
Rotten or crusty, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, dry it all.
Sup, dude?
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Don't be such a dick.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
And now I have mesmerize.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
And I could kill him for the XP, but be aware that there will be consequences. I still want to try my hand at being a good person, so get the fuck off.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this.
It is
I will not
for the
take another
hunter
life.
to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can run for long.
Yes, I know. I should probably just be a murdering monster, but that's not who I be. I'm the doctor that steals things from the patients' rooms.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research.
Oh, are they?
He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Aye, I've heard.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Smart girl.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippins. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
That's fine.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Good girl. Even though you told me shit. And...
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Uh-huh. Alright, nothing to steal here. Yoinking away. Yep. Mine! Nobody needs those vials. I'm sure they don't need it. Alright, this looks about done. Alright.
This is no time for self-pity.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Wash your hands!
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Damn, that was fast
Nurse
and
Crane,
convenient.
isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reid. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Sorry, I'm not talking all that much. It's just there's so much to talk about in this game.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Due to influenza, this hospital can no longer take any patients. Hospital floor, please go back home. And sneeze. That's always fun. Yoink. Pardon me, you won't be needing it. Just going to take. And another one. Did I talk to you already?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Okay, I already did.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
I didn't mean to bug you. Thought you were somebody new. Ooh, stealthy. Anything here? No, no. Sad. Now, I did see a doctor. Ah, there he is. And then there's our boy Milton.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reid has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Good on you.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reid. This hospital does not lack talented people.
Didn't say it did.
It just lacks hope.
And hope is a good thing to have.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Aw, that's cute. Right. Did I have anything else to talk to him about? No. No personal questions either. Goodbye then.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Nurse! Nurse, I may have fucked up with you.
This is no time.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Awkward looking.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
And all done there.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
I think he likes it. That's what I think. What's up, Milton?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reid. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reid. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reid. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Do you know?
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Oh, that's not good.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
True. Wordplay.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Well, that's just rude.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Just a question. Would he have even been allowed to work in this hospital? I don't know if we established like ethical treatment for people of color by this time period. That's a lot of hints requiring.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
I don't need the gun, per se, sir. I would like some chemist stuff, but I don't think you have any on you. Oh, I don't need to sell these. No. These are all really... Ooh, I've got something in my inventory? Sweet. I may have enough to buy. Yes. However, I need more. I'll need more money later. You who I think you are? Thank you, Nurse Brannigan again. Oh, Wells. City. You. Life saved by efficient medical aid is a blow struck at the flu epidemic. Volunteers make the difference.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Does it? Does it really? The hell? Prevent disease, careless, spitting, sneezing, coughing, spreading influenza, spread by droplets sprayed from the nose and throat. Do not cough in public. This is sounding really close to home. Excuse me. I'll talk to a patient in a moment.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Pippa?
Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position.
What happened to your eyebrows?
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
The patient is gone. Uh-oh.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Bum, bum, bum.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Da, 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 da.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Oh?
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Oh, bit harsh on that one, don't you think?
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
You're fine, dear, you're fine. It's understandable. Shit happens.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
And you? What were you doing roaming around?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid. The new surgeon at the
Are
Pembroke
you who
Hospital.
I think you are?
And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reid, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
By the way, remember that thing I said to be, looking out for? Yeah, it's her. Meet the final boss. I know, it's weird.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me, for I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal, but do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Uh-huh.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I will require more things from you, lady, in due time.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
She seems very pleasant. Are you the woman I already talked to? Did you get your eyebrows back?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Now she has. What? I don't believe that's a painting behind us. Is that her head clipping through? Oh my. Alright, just wanted to make sure nothing else.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Alright. Gonna skulk around here. See what I can find, because I didn't do that before I ended the video. Oh my god, how many people are here? Dorothy?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Well, nothing, because apparently
Thank you,
I
Nurse
don't need to
Crane.
talk to you. I regret
How long
this.
does it take to fix me properly? A month? A year? You have the right.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reid, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Douche.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reid. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Ouch.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
True. Very true. Alright, so nothing there. Ooh, here we go.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reid, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Okay, that's off. Alright.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reid. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reid.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reid. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Bum bum bum.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reid. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Oh, so you do.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Good on you, boy.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
True.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Ooh.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want?
How?
To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reid. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
I like this guy. He's a good man. Yeah, I need more hints.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
You're a good man.
I will not let you down, my boy.
I take it you're the other guy.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
So, you have a broken arm. What the hell does my blood transfusion technique have to do with it?
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reid.
Understood.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reid? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Seem things are not so different. Okay, that was that. Personal.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Aww.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Aww.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Sad. Okay, no more.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
So did I have another hint with that guy? Do you... Did I have one with him? I'm not sure. I don't remember if I did.
This hospital
I'll have to check. Yo.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reid.
I know, I'm just checking shit. Ah, here we go.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
I'm not sure which one to go on this one.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Well, that's all I got from you there.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Alright, I think I talked to everyone
Circumstances,
here.
I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Oh god, more people. How many people are here?
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reid? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Have you now?
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
You sure about that?
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Ooh.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reid. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
That was not to be expected.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Okay, kid, what's up?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
I'm gonna make this poor guy talk.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
That's good.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reid. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Creepy.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
I never could keep anything from her.
So, which doctor was it? I mean, nurse. Creepy noises now. Yeah. Is that a glowing lid of a trash can? Random shit. Okay. Is it just me, or does that kind of look like Nicolas Cage? Okay, so I want to say it was that starting nurse.
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding?
Well,
I should investigate.
Not doing that right away.
With you at our side,
Okay.
I know that Pembroke
Got
will
you.
prevail and survive this epidemic.
Was it you?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
I think it was her. Not that person. No? Well, shit. Who was it then? Was it Dorothy?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I don't remember who it was. But I know Milton out here.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Yeah, you know it. But I did have... There we go.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reid.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
It's understandable, Milton.
Goodbye, Milton.
Now where the hell did the nurse go? Random people! I know there's somebody out here. Somebody out here who I have to talk to. Oof. He is not looking good. He's fatigued. He's fatigued. Who did I unlock with? I know it's one of the nurses. Pippa save beds for patients who pay. Okay, it's Pippa.
Another night of the glorious battalion of Cameron.
And she... I swore. Where'd she go? That's Dorothy.
My blood and soul. They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
Kinky.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Pippa. I can't talk to you about it? Why can't I talk to her about it?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Thelma, what's happening to you in the background?
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reid. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
You alright there, Tom?
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Aww.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
I got nothing there.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
None taken.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. Her arm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Aww.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotter syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
This is just making me sad.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn.
So did I unlock anything with her? Where is she? Nah.
It's here again.
I guess not. What's up, dude?
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reid, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite.
Yeah,
A little delirious, perhaps.
You said nothing
But
weird.
who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
The flock. Dear God, you never stop with it.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Horcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reid. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Or at least what you thought.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Wet Boot Boys?
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Well, that's one good thing.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Such a good man.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Understood, Father.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Which begs the question, if that one dude held the cross and kept me at bay, how come his rosary isn't doing the same thing? Sin this game!
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Wait, so he's not gonna turn?
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Like, dude was a vampire and he bit him, so... Rada? I'm just confused now. Yoink. Huh. More areas and shit to explore. As if I'm not already taking up a huge amount of time.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Not that one.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
I keep thinking that I've
Goodbye,
missed
Nurse
something.
Hawkins.
But I'm sure that I don't miss anything. At least nothing too blatant. Alright, that's outside. And now we're at the stairs. I don't think there's anything up here. Yeah, that door's locked as far as I know. And I think it's the same on the other side. Swansea.
Not now!
But Swansea, you promised we'd go swimming together. What randomness. Okay, other door. So he just has a center room.
It's locked.
Well put, Jonathan. Anything in here? Just a door? Fine. Alright, I think that's my room. But... Hacksaw! Fuck yeah! And we got some medical records. Got some more things. And... Whoop. What we got here? Tippett, Strickland, and the other dude.
It's locked, all right.
Yep. Yet it be.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, damn.
It's locked, all right.
Jonathan, shut the fuck up. Mr. Reid, how'd they get that shit ready? That would need time.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
My windows are boarded, but there's clearly spaces for light to get in. Oh wow. I'm gonna get fucked. Crane, your office. Sincerely, P.S. I left a copy of some notes concerning what I've discovered about blah blah a few years ago. Feel free. Okay. Pretty sure the notes are somewhere. There we go. Thank you. I don't know what was in there, but now I can't move. Why can't I move? Okay, what's this? Looking for a citizen, don't forget your vampiric status. Ah, senses. Sensaroos. Sapahoho. Okay. Did I do something? Alright, got stuff.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
I won't be able to do anything about that until I find water in what I believe is chapter 4. Well, don't I look smashing? And, for the sake of it, let's finish this off with my fancy bowler derby. I have 800. And a hiccup. Yes. My next one I want to get is this defensive shield. But I need a lot more points. I could almost upgrade my health again. But, for now, Jonathan must rest, having talked to an ungodly amount of people. And I mean an ungodly amount of people. And I'm still missing 3 people. And I got 2... Clay Cox is now admitted to the hospital. Both of these people are with fatigue. And I don't know if I have the ability to make the fatigue curing serum. Because I have to make 3. 3 of them. Serious. Dorothy Crane. Oh, so much annoyance. They're all dealing with this. Everybody has a mission. Everybody has a mission. Weakness of vampires, fire and sun, guardian of Quinn, or Pruwen, whatever the hell. And now I suddenly have... I have a cool thing! I have a cool thing! Sweet! Totally arming myself with that. Barker, where did I get that? I know this is DLC, but I'm really hoping I got the other one too. So if I were to take this... I don't care, it's a fucking sword. And... yeah, why not? Just stabbing people. Active abilities, huh? Nice. Well, in any case, this is where I'm ending the video for good old boy Jonathan, not Jode Star. For I must now go downstairs and make tacos. But in either case, thank you all for watching. Dear God, this was a long-ass video. I'm sorry about that, but I'm hoping you're having a good day or night depending on when you see it. Until next time, my lovelies, remember to stay awesome, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye!